Hi everyone, welcome back to the another video. So in this video we're going to talk about the table for the laboratory. Okay, so here the title is shift table from baseline to period to end for the safety population. Okay, so we have source data set which is ADLB. So here in the when you check the mock shell, so here we have a shift table from baseline to period to end date. We'll be having the category wise the parameter, and each category will be having a different parameters. Okay, so we'll be having the baseline, what is the value of the baselines, then we need to measure what is the value after giving the medication for the particular parameter. So we need to check either it is a low, either it is a normal, or it is a high. We need to find out and we need to give a report. Okay, let's dive into the programming part. Here we need to, if we have rm list, which means we are removing any previous videos, we are removing them, then we are calling all the libraries are present in the to use for this programming to execute. Okay, then we are setting the working directory here. Okay, sorry. So and to get to know what is the working directory, we'll be in the right working directory. Then we will be calling the sdtm and add on for the source data set. Then what we do, we are calling the adsl for the treatment related information and adlb for the parameters and the shift values related information. Okay, so here what I do, because this mock shell is represent for the safety population, so I'm filtering out for flag, safety population flag. Okay, so adsl I'm filtering out safety part. Then I am doing the similar like how I did with the previous table classes. I'm trying to calculate the individual counts, okay, for the treatment. So I'm doing, I'm just making one new variable by assigning the value as all. Then I combined with this to the adsl this part, so that we will be having almost like 94 observations. Okay, then what I'm doing, I'm just trying to like creating the index function. So here grepl function, so what I do, if we have a test here, it gives as a tes. Then if it has a ref, it gives as rdf. Then it will be having all, then it will give a all. Okay, so I'm creating a new variable for the trt. Then also giving the order functions. If it is a test, I'm giving as a 1, and if it is a ref, I'm giving as a 2, and if it is all, I'm giving as a 3. Then I'm trying to remove if there should not be any missing values. And okay, so I'm selecting the unique subject id age trt ord. So when you check the demo one here, so you will be seeing here the treatment data information trt, I'm sorry, I think it's demo 2. So here we have all the trt related. I'm not sure why I'm picking the age, but I don't need that age variable here. Okay, anyway, but order, then you will see order, and then we'll see ref for 2, and the test will be having 1. Okay, that is for the trt01a. Then I'm doing the same thing for the trt 02a. So I'm giving that the similar pattern how I did here. So when I check the demo 22, so I'll be having the trt02a. So all that is information related to trt02a. Then what I'm doing, I'm binding the both. I'm setting up these two, demo 2 and demo 22. Then I'm getting the count for these ones here. Okay, so I'll be getting the counts, but for now I need n3 because that is overall counts. Okay, so I cat this function represent to print in the console. So when I click this one, you will see what is the value for that one. So n3 is having the 43, 47 here, 47 variables. Okay, just I kept it aside. Now I'm continue with the adlb. So adlb also I'm filtering out the safety populations. Then I'm using the transmute function. The transmute functions is nothing but it works both select as well as giving the rename. So here what I'm doing, I'm giving the base cat one. I'm for the shift one, I'm giving the new variable as a base cat, and laboratory range indicator I'm giving as a aval cat one. So I'm giving it as a new variables. Okay, so when I click this one, I'm selecting lb ones, will be having the 9 variables. You see here aval and base cat, because base represent the baseline values and aval represent after giving the medication. Okay, reference range indicator values. Okay, so then I continue with this one. I'll be arranging by using the param and param. So always the numeric part should be in the front. So in the parameter wise I'm arranging. Then I'm also grouping by unique subject id param and param. Then I'm giving the row number, filter row number. I'm selecting the row number individual, because I am grouping by unique subject, right? So I'm grouping, then I'm ungrouping after that one. Let me show you how it works. Okay, so the filter function, the row number is here because it is working like we are keeping only the last row of that particular parameter. Okay, then we are ungrouping after that, as it is how we did in the previously. Then we are selecting only those, because as per the mock share we'll be having biochemistry and hematology, so we are considering filtering out only those parameters. So when I run, you will show you will be having, so you check that starting from 3836 to 9846 observation, it will drop down, right? So because we are grouping up the observations, and it giving the individual category with individual parameter. Okay, so we are considering only the last, because the last means which is the baseline for that last value. Okay, then we count that LB, so we are counting all this part. So when you check the count function, count data set here. Okay, so when you check the count here, so you'll see the count of individual parameters, how many counts we have, how many for this particular category. So we'll be having the values are here. Okay, so next what we do, we just trying to segregate. So the final mutate and var, if there is no missing values, if there is a missing value, we consider as a 0. Else what we do, we keep it as a n3, then it is in the percentage. Okay, so what does it do? If n is 0, if there is a missing values, then we consider as a 0. Else if n is n3, then we give it as 100%. Else what we do, if n else we do like round n of n by 3 into 100. We're doing the calculations for fun. This is what we're doing for the normal column here, right? Normal column, we're calculating for the percentage for n3. So then what I'm doing here is a final, we're trying to transpose this one. So when you check the final one here, okay, let me run this one. Okay, you see here in the final is having 7 variables. So you see the variable has, the encount variable has a percentage here for each individual parameter. Okay, then what I'm doing, I'm just trying to transpose in our cat, because we need these low, normal, high, and on the column wise. Okay, so for that what I'm doing, I'm just transpose them. So when you check the final one, and you see low, normal, high will be getting here as a column wise. Then we also have to check, and then we do the group by. Now we got our final output as per the mock shell. We have normal, low, normal, high, then we have a baseline values here, then we have parameter and parcat. What I can do, I just group by for param wise and parcat wise. Okay, so if else row number equal to last, then I'm giving as parcat 1 equal to parcat 1, otherwise missing. Okay, then when I check the final two, you'll see here it giving as a group wise and for hematology for the category. Then I'm also going to do with the param wise. Okay, so when I check final 3 here, you can see able to each parameter have a group by here. So this is the way we have to represent in the final mark shell. You see here for individual parameter wise. Now we got our final layout, and we will be reporting to output. Okay, so I'm selecting that output location here, then I'm giving the orientation as a landscape. Okay, then also giving that the baseline to period to end date. Then this is a left side alignment. Okay, so this is in the left side alignment and the bold alignment. Okay, so then what I'm doing, I'm selecting all this up to here. I'm selecting all of them, low and normal, high, as per the mock shell. I'm giving the width for them, and also I'm giving the test justification is the left side alignment or center. Okay, so I'm also giving the similar pattern how we do with the call header. I'm giving also for the body part. Then I'm copying the footnote here, footnote from here. Okay, so I have only footnote, but you can keep it as it is. So then I'm giving as a encode to whatever the values are here, we're going to output, we're going to keep it in the output. So in the right, RTF is creating this output. So let me run this one. Okay, so it seems like it is executed without any having issues. Then when I go check in output, so 14.4.1. Okay, so we got our um, required reporting. So we have a category biochemistry, and for the each biochemistry will be having the different parameters and the baseline values. What is the baseline value here before high, then after it becomes normal? The value, one of the parameter, it becomes normal. It was high before and it was become normal after giving the medications. And you also see he was normal and then he changed the value to 46.97. It is under the limit in the normal section. Okay, and the normal value is also in the normal, and high, it was high before and it becomes normal after giving the medications. Okay, this is under coming under the range of specification. Okay, so this we have the output here. So this is the output for shifter table. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions, comments in the any please write it in the comment sections. Okay, that's it, this video for the laboratory data. We'll continue with the vital signs next class. Thank you so much for watching.